Hi, TB Milk family. As always, thank you for being in this space with me and allowing me in your space for a few moments each day. Seriously, thank you for everybody who's new to watching my videos. Thank you, for everybody who's coming together to be better so that we can be better as a collective, because it takes each of us as individuals to seriously heal everything that's going on. Once you make it your life purpose to heal yourself and everything and everyone around you, all of these veils of fear and belief and concepts that keep us separate begin to fall away, because our only desire is to come together. And what do we always say? Where intention goes, energy grows. So if our attention is on unity, if it's on peace, serenity, unconditional love, on acceptance, and on freedom of all, you will be going towards the very essence and the very nature of what you are. Because you are of totality. So when you can experience your life beyond yourself, when you can take the view, the scope of view off simply yourself, you cause expansion in your mind. You tap into the multi-dimensional field, because when you experience something, understand that you are viewing it away, the other person's viewing it away. If somebody on the outside is looking in, they're viewing it a different way. When we watch a movie, not all of us are gonna get the same idea out of it. It's just gonna depend which character you're focusing on in that movie, and that is going to be the idea that you get from it. So, what character are you focusing on out here? Are you focusing on your human role, which is fear-based? Are you focused on the role of divinity, which is in all of us? So how do we even tap into this role? Well, we have to allow the expansion in the first place. We have to allow growth and new ways of being to take over. See, Einstein said it. You can't expect to do the same thing over and over and over and get different results. That's insanity. So the depression and the anxiety and the bipolar feeling and the confusion and the indecisiveness and the not trusting in yourself and the not trusting in the world comes from your habitual habits within your thoughts. So if you continue to have the same thoughts, you're going to have the same actions and same reactions. Because why? Well, our thoughts, they create our words. What we think about all the time creates our words. Our words create our feelings. Our feelings create our reactions. Our reactions create our actions. Our actions create our behavior. And our behavior creates our character. And that character is what we will be projecting based off of. But if we go back to the thought, there has to be something observing the thought in the first place to be aware that it's even there. So it's the awareness on the thought that actually makes the thought grow. So this is where the trust comes in. You can trust that you can have an old habitual thought and that you can observe it at one perception. You can observe it at a fear-based perception. That is the human perception, because the human body, the human mind is in survival mode. It's vulnerable out here. Survival mode is a fear-based vibrational level of thinking So what fears are we facing? Fears of our past, that because of what we may have done that we're not worthy, or fears of that we may have not done enough so we're not worthy, or fears of the coulda, woulda, shoulda. And then there's fears of the future, fears of security, fears of stability, fears of peace, fear of our environment. But here and now, if we can turn the direction within, inside the greatest nation in the world, by the way, that is our imagination. And guess what? It exists in you, me, and everybody else equally. Equally, it's for everybody. It's simply our thoughts that create the veil, that make us think that we can't go there in the first place. It's like we're here, the truth is here, there's a veil in the middle, and all we have to do is lift it up and keep walking. It's like opening a door. It's like if you have to go to the bathroom, you're not just going to stand at the closed door and wait for it to miraculously open. No, you have to choose to open it. And trust that on the other side of that is a toilet. It's the same thing. So you open the imagination and trust on the other side of that is our ability to create. But how do we actually create? Well, it comes full circle. Not only do we have to trust our thoughts, but we have to trust what is observing our thoughts. And trust what carries our thoughts out. And that, those three components, your trinity, is mind, body, and soul. So, you make a decision. I'm going to create my life. I'm going to take full responsibility. I take full responsibility for how the people around me feel. I take full responsibility for the energy that I give off. And in turn, I take full responsibility on the environment around me in which I am creating. The vibe I am creating, the aura I'm creating. Your aura, your vibe, your vibration attracts to you what you are on the vibration of. So if you are in fear, that is a vibration of lack. And a vibration of lack creates poverty, it creates confusion, it creates depression, it creates anxiety. Even feeling like you have to always be getting something, like working towards something, you're still in a place of lack because you never focus on the abundance in which you have. Or you can focus on the abundance around you and within you. So your imagination is source. It's this fertile land where anything is possible. Anything. You can rationalize anything around you that's happening to fit the mold of your life. You can see everything happening for you in your favor if you allow that mental complex to build for you. You can literally become source and turn yourself into the very thing that is allowing the abundance to be. And when you become the source that is allowing abundance to be, you have total faith within yourself and everything around you, because you know everything is going to be good. And you can focus on the moment. You can focus on the here and now. We already know where we're going. We're always home. We're going inside. Every time we turn inside, we're going home. We're going to possibility, to peace, abundance, love, serenity. That's your intuition. Believing in that and knowing that that's real, and you build it up and you build it up and you build it up until it's a relationship within you that eventually manifests and cloaks itself on the outside. My family, you are so much stronger than you know. You are so much more capable than you know if you just allow yourself to be it. The thoughts that we focus on all day, every day, manifest outwardly. So what are we focusing on every day? If you see the world how you want to see it, if you can see the world beyond this level, if you can see beyond the collective conscious and into source, if you can see into the ether, into the universe, if you can see into that, you can see it all. And your life's purpose, your life work is no longer to judge. It's to observe, so that you can change your reactions, you can change your thoughts, you can change your behavior and alter it in the best way that will conform to a better world for the future. Because every person that you're around, you influence. Do you want to influence them in a positive way? Or do you want to keep them in those same habitual thoughts that have so many people in shackles in the first place? Do you want to be the key for people for freedom? Or do you want to be their shackles? Do you want to be the person out here planting seeds and growing trees? Or do you want to be the person out here stepping on bugs and plants and stepping on dreams? It's all within you to be great, to see this world as great, and act and receive and think and be in the best way that fits our greatest evolution. So if you're needing love in your life, be love. If you're needing peace, be peace. If you're needing serenity, be serenity. If you're needing trust, trust yourself. If you're needing somebody to show up for you. Every time we tell ourselves that we're going to do something and then we don't do it, we're not showing up for us. We're saying that something out here has more of a pull on us than our desire within to be great and to be better. If I say that I'm going to wake up every morning at 6 a.m., I better be up at 6 a.m. I better show up for myself, my higher self. This is how your paradigm shifts. You have to believe in which that you cannot see. You have to feel what you cannot touch before it's tangible. You have to love a life that's invisible. So it has to be, the dream has to be bigger than money. The dream's got to be bigger than material. It's got to be bigger than anything tangible. When the dream becomes for the freedom of the collective, your focus is on freedom. So what do you get? What is freedom? Freedom is peace, it's serenity, it's equality, it's unconditional love, it's acceptance, it's understanding, it's patient, it's kind. Well, that sounds a little bit like our highest self. That sounds a little bit like God. That sounds a little bit like source. That sounds a little bit like the highest level of attainment that we can reach. But it takes a commitment. And it takes going through an ugly phase too, because when you first go within and you see yourself and how you have chosen to think and react, it's not as beautiful as we want it to be. Don't cause a disconnect by seeing how you were and not allowing yourself to trust and believe that you can reach this divine place of thinking. And remember to be my family. There is never perfection. Never expect perfection. Because we are on a journey of experiencing ourselves. We are the cosmos staring back at ourselves. So be gentle with your journey and allow yourself to grow a little bit more every time you look back at you. Stay humble and be grateful from when you were a seed. Be grateful for the time you broke through the ground for the first time. Be grateful for when you turned into a little shrub. Be grateful when you grew your leaves for the first time. Be grateful when you saw your first fruit appear. Be grateful for it all. And be grateful for everything that reminds you why you're doing what you're doing. The pain of the collective reminds you that it's for the peace, it's for the love. And you become a physical, tangible evidence that it can be done, that it can be attained. So allow the expansion. Allow yourself to be everything. Perceive from everything, because you are everything and nothing all at once. One love, TB Milk family. I'm so proud of you. Namaste.